Hello and welcome to my channel. I hope you enjoy this story. I'm going to try and upload a new story each day. The Eclipsed Echoes. In the quaint town of Eldridge, nestled between rolling hills and dense forests, life followed a predictable rhythm. However, as the day of the much-anticipated solar eclipse approached, an eerie unease settled over the townspeople. Whispers of strange occurrences circulated, but nobody could have fathomed the horror that awaited them. On the day of the eclipse, the sky darkened as the moon obscured the sun, casting an unnatural shadow over Eldridge. As the last rays of sunlight vanished, an unsettling silence enveloped the town. In that shadowy realm, reality itself seemed to warp. As the townsfolk gathered in the town square to witness the celestial spectacle, the darkness took hold. When the light returned, it brought with it a twisted version of Eldridge. The air was thick with an otherworldly chill, and the familiar surroundings now exuded a malevolent aura. The townspeople, disoriented and frightened, soon discovered the source of their unease. Doppelgangers, mirror images of themselves, roamed the streets. These sinister reflections mirrored their every move, but their eyes betrayed a malevolent intelligence. The Eclipsed Echoes, as the townspeople came to call them, were not mere shadows, they were embodiments of the darkest facets of their souls. Panic spread like wildfire as the townspeople realized that these malevolent doppelgangers were not content with mere imitation. The Eclipsed Echoes sought to replace their counterparts, to swap places in the real world. Families were torn apart as loved ones turned against each other, unable to distinguish friend from foe. Amidst the chaos, a group of survivors emerged, a mismatched assembly of individuals who clung to the hope of reclaiming their town. Leading the group was Dr. Abigail Hartman, the town's astrophysicist, who suspected a cosmic anomaly had torn a hole between dimensions during the eclipse. As the survivors navigated the nightmarish landscape, they encountered twisted versions of their homes and landmarks. Eldridge had become a grotesque reflection of itself, a haunting funhouse of horrors where reality and nightmare intertwined. The group's journey led them to an abandoned observatory atop a hill. Dr. Hartman, driven by a desperate need for answers, peered through the observatory's telescope. What she saw chilled her to the bone, an otherworldly realm beyond the eclipse, teeming with grotesque manifestations of the townspeople's fears and regrets. With each passing moment, the Eclipsed Echoes grew stronger, feeding off the fear and despair that permeated the town. The survivors realized that to banish the malevolent doppelgangers, they needed to confront their own inner demons. It was a journey into the darkest recesses of their souls, a battle against the twisted reflections that sought to consume them. As the survivors faced their fears head-on, the distorted reality began to unravel. The sky above Eldridge flickered with cosmic energy, and the Eclipsed Echoes convulsed in agony. With a blinding burst of light, the eclipse ended, and Eldridge was thrust back into the light of day. The survivors, physically and emotionally scarred, stood amidst the ruins of their town. The Eclipsed Echoes were gone, but the cost of their ordeal was etched into the faces of those who remained. Eldridge would never be the same, and the memory of the Eclipsed Echoes lingered like a haunting whisper in the wind, a chilling reminder of the darkness that lurked within. In the aftermath of the eclipse, Eldridge lay in shambles. The once charming town now bore the scars of a supernatural battle that had torn through its very fabric. Broken windows, twisted structures, and an unsettling silence replaced the familiar sights and sounds. The survivors, united by the harrowing experience, gathered in the town square. Dr. Abigail Hartman, still haunted by the knowledge of the otherworldly realm beyond the eclipse, felt a responsibility to ensure the town's recovery. Together with the ragtag group of survivors, they began the daunting task of rebuilding Eldridge. However, the shadows of the Eclipsed Echoes lingered, manifesting in strange occurrences and ghostly whispers. The survivors, forever changed by the ordeal, couldn't shake the feeling that the malevolent doppelgangers might find a way back. Eldridge had become a town on edge, its residents haunted by the fear that the darkness could return at any moment. As they worked to rebuild, the survivors discovered an ancient tome hidden in the ruins of the observatory. Its pages contained cryptic warnings about the fragile balance between dimensions and the consequences of tampering with the cosmic order. Dr. Hartman, driven by newfound determination, delved into the arcane knowledge, seeking a way to safeguard Eldridge from future incursions. Unbeknownst to the survivors, the Eclipsed Echoes had not vanished entirely. In the otherworldly realm beyond the eclipse, a malevolent force stirred. The twisted reflections, weakened but not defeated, plotted their return. Driven by a hunger for revenge, they sought to breach the fragile barrier between dimensions once more. As Eldridge slowly recovered, strange occurrences escalated. Residents reported glimpses of their own doppelgangers in the corners of their vision, and eerie echoes of laughter echoed through the night. Dr. Hartman, realizing the impending threat, rallied the survivors to confront the lingering darkness. The survivors embarked on a perilous journey to uncover the secrets hidden within the ancient tomb. Their quest led them to forgotten places, ancient rituals, and encounters with otherworldly entities. With each revelation, the survivors learned that the Eclipsed Echoes were not merely a product of the eclipse, they were a manifestation of the town's collective fears and unresolved conflicts. The final confrontation took place at the heart of Eldridge, where the survivors stood against the encroaching darkness. Dr. Hartman, armed with newfound knowledge, channeled the cosmic energy released during the eclipse. In a climactic battle between light and shadow, the survivors faced their own demons, confronting the twisted reflections that sought to engulf them. As the cosmic energy surged, the town trembled. The barrier between dimensions wavered, threatening to collapse. In a moment of sacrifice, Dr. Hartman tapped into the depths of her own fears, sealing the breach with a burst of blinding light. The echoes of the eclipse were banished once and for all. Eldridge, scarred but resilient, emerged from the darkness into a new dawn. The survivors, forever bound by their shared ordeal, stood together as guardians of the town's fragile peace. The Eclipsed Echoes were no more, but the memory of that fateful day lingered, a cautionary tale of the shadows that dwell within and the eternal struggle against the darkness that seeks to consume. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed this story. Please don't forget to like, and even better, like and subscribe. Thank you very much and have a great day.